Hola, Profe Laura aquí y bienvenidos a Minecraft en Español. We're on week 3 talking about ser, and this should be pretty easy. So we're just wrapping up our last two conjugations of ser. So we are working on ser for ustedes, ellos, and ellas, as well as nosotros and nosotras. So for ustedes, ellos, and ellas, we're going to use son. So, por ejemplo, ustedes son. You all are. You could also call that plural you. Ellos son. They are. All masculine. Or a mix of masculine and feminine. And ellas son. They are. All feminine. Very, very easy. So one word for these three pronouns. And for nosotros, it is somos. So whether it's nosotros or nosotras, it's going to be somos. Haven't really talked so much in depth about these two words, but you've probably already guessed. Nosotros is all masculine or a mix of masculine and feminine. Nosotras is all feminine. And both of these mean we. So, very quickly, pause the video, take a moment, and come up with a sentence for each of these pronouns with their respective verbs. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give some examples here. You could say, ustedes son listos, like you all are clever. Ellos son estudiantes. They are students. Ellas son muchachas. They are girls. Nosotros somos interesantes. We are interesting. Nosotras somos listas. We are clever. Muy bien. So let's very quickly see some questions. If we want to ask a question, we are literally taking the sentence and we are just flipping the order of the first two words here. So, for example, ustedes son, it's going to be son ustedes. Ellos son becomes son ellos to make the question. So very quickly, I'm going to give some examples. So you might ask, ¿son ustedes estudiantes? Are you all students? And as I've mentioned, you could just say sí or no. That would be perfectly fine. However, if you want to do a longer sentence to answer that, it's going to be slightly more complex because we're asking, are you all students? And if someone asks you, you are not going to say, yes, you all are students. You're going to say, we are students. So in that case, we're going to say sí. Nosotros somos estudiantes. Or no, nosotros no somos estudiantes. So if you want to keep it a short answer, that is perfectly fine. But that's how that longer answer would be for ustedes, and that is because this is directed directly to some certain people here. Keep that in mind. The others should be slightly easier. All right, next up, we could say, son ellos listos? Are they clever? And with this one, this is where you could say, sí. Ellos son listos, or no. Ellos no son listos. Because we're talking about other people and not about ourselves. Same thing with ellas. Son ellas inteligentes? Are they intelligent? Sí. Ellas son inteligentes, or no. Ellas no son inteligentes. The next one is a little bit trickier to answer. Somos nosotros. So are we, digamos, trabajadores? Are we hardworking? So this is more like a kind of a rhetorical question here. And you could answer with nosotros. That would be fine. It depending completely upon to whom you are addressing this question. So if this is more like a rhetorical question, like you're in a group of friends and they're like, hey, are we hardworking? You could say, sí, nosotros somos trabajadores. If, however, this is someone asking you and you are not a part of the group, They're like, hey, are we hardworking? But maybe it's a group of other people. You're not really friends with them. Then you could answer, sí. We would say you all. Ustedes son trabajadores. Or no. Ustedes no son trabajadores. This is where you do have to think. Trabajadores. You do have to take a moment to think about who is answering, who's asking, and be very, very careful when you are placing your pronouns here. Same thing with nosotras. Somos nosotras trabajadoras. So if you're in a group of all girls, you could say, sí, nosotras somos trabajadoras. But if you're not included in that group, then you're going to talk to them like ustedes. So a little bit more complex, but these are some good things to be considering and thinking about while you are asking and answering questions. As always, please let me know if you have any doubts or questions. Muchas gracias por ver este video y nos vemos. Hasta luego.